This is Football League Radio, brought to you by TradePoint.
Well, Simon Grayson has guided Blackpool, Leeds and Huddersfield to promotion from League One, and now he's hoping to repeat that success with Preston, who are currently third in the league. Hello, Simon.
Afternoon, Geoff.
Now, we've been talking about the managerial changes over the past couple of weeks or so. It seems that so many have lost their job. Is it a more precarious situation for bosses these days, do you think?
I think it is. I think people go into the job knowing that one day you're going to lose your job, but there's certain circumstances now that people just decide very quickly after a couple of bad results or performances that it's not working, rather than before where you used to get at least probably 8, 10, 12 games to try and rectify that. So I think teams are now, chairmen and football clubs are very sort of quick with a decision, rightly or wrongly, and there's many managers lost their job over the last few years when really you're looking from the outside for the reasons why. You
led Leeds and Huddersfield, as I said, to promotion and then got sacked. Did you see those decisions coming? Was it a painful time?
It was a surprise to me. I was 3 points off the playoffs with Leeds, and it was only our second year in the Championship. We'd finished 7th the previous year and had very little money to spend. Huddersfield, we were 8 points, I think it was, off the bottom three, and we only the remit at the start of the season was to make sure that we stayed up, and so to be 8 points clear. Obviously, I think we'd been 12 games out of win, but 6 or 7 had been draws. So it was a real strange decision when I went in to see the chairman to talk about what we're going to do in the future, and you end up losing your job. So both times very surprising, but as we mentioned before, it's something that is becoming a little bit more frequent, and that's disappointing because obviously managers have got the livelihood at stake and many other things to go with it.
On a positive note, you've got into Preston and you're 6 points off the top two. You must be enjoying the season.
We've got a good group of players. It's a club that's got fantastic history and tradition, great fan base, facilities. It's only, I think, 4 years ago that the club was in the Championship playoff final, and obviously things have not gone well for the club over the last few years, but at this moment in time we're on a upward curve and hopefully try and progress and eventually get back to the Championship. So enjoying it. It's a tough division. There's some tough teams in there, and the ones who are above at this moment in time, Wolves and Orient, are having fantastic seasons. But hopefully we can hang in there and see where it takes us.
After 19 games, are you doing better than you perhaps expected?
I think when I looked at the squad in the summer and what we'd brought in, then we wanted to be in around at least the playoffs come the end of the season. Top two, you always thought that Wolves were going to be very strong, and Peterborough and one or two other teams. So we're where we would like to have been when we started pre-season, and hopefully we've still got the games to try and maintain that place or even push on even better.
Simon, 19 games and only 17 goals conceded, the second best goals against record in the division. Is that where you started in the summer to make sure that you were strong defensively?
Well, it's very much goes against the grain that I have at Leeds and Huddersfield. We used to be all out attack and concede a few but score more. Well, I think what we did was we looked at the group and we knew that we had players that were good defenders, and it gave us a base eventually because we probably didn't have the most creative players in the team. So we've always felt that if we got the clean sheets and stayed in games, we might nick something as we went on. And I think we've improved the squad in terms of the attacking side, but that foundation that you get from defenders who want to defend and put the bodies on the line has certainly helped us along the way.
You have got the fan base as well there to generate big crowds, good income, and take it on. Will you be able to strengthen in January?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I think, as you touched on the fan base there, we sort of took 1,200 fans to Port Vale last Tuesday night, and that's a fantastic support. I think it was something the same went to Orient as well the previous Saturday. So fantastic support we've got. Every time that I've asked for something, whether it's on the playing staff or my other staff, the owner has always backed me in trying to make sure that he can give me what's best for the football club and for myself. So I think there might be money there to spend, whether it's on extending loan deals, bringing new loan players in, or transfer fees. You've got to spend it wisely because money is very tight at any football club these days.
What's the expectation like there from the fans, Simon?
I think they've seen sort of the squad that we accumulated over the summer, bringing like Kevin Davies in and Tom Clark, and now recently Gallagher and Kilkenny from Championship clubs. I think it's a club that should be doing better than it was when we joined nearly a year ago. But I think they're just enjoying the positive side of the football club and seeing what we're doing, and they're not putting any extra pressure on because of the start that we've had. They all understand that it's a tough division, but we're all trying to get the same thing, and that's hopefully top six at the very least and back to the Championship.
And that was a great signing for Kevin Davies to be joining Preston.
Well, it was. I played with Kevin, and a lot of hard work went in over the summer, as you can imagine, with the players that you do try and sign. You'll have done the same, where you keep badgering away at players, and eventually, after opportunities to go into the Championship, he decided to join us because he saw the ambition and the football club and what we're trying to achieve. And he's a fantastic pro, and his wealth of experience is rubbing off on the younger players, both on the pitch, off the pitch, and he's a handful in that division because, centre halves and that, they're up for a challenge. But when they come off that pitch on a Saturday, they know they've been in the game. He's always not going to get the goals, loads and loads of goals, or run the channels, but how he plays the game helps us and gives us a platform to go and play from.
You've got the FA Cup this weekend. How important is that for the club?
Well, I think any club would like to have a real good cup run. Obviously, the focus is the league, but if you can get into the third round, and we've got a tough game at Wycombe on Saturday, but you get to the third round and get one of the big hitters out of the Premier League away from home, you could be raking in nearly £1 million, and that can be vital to any football club throughout the division. So, we want to remain unbeaten and keep that winning mentality. But financially, for the football club, it's vital that you get through to the third round and try and get up against the big team.
Well, Simon, thanks for joining us on Football League Radio today.
No problem. Thanks a lot.
This is Football League Radio, brought to you by TradePoint.